How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and hope you had a great weekend. In a couple days, many of you, hopefully including myself, will have a rank 3 7-star gem from Necropolis that they will be opening. And you probably want to know what the best champions are to rank up. I'm going to do the top 3 in each class. Again, this is my opinion. You can rank up whoever you want to rank up, but this video is just to kind of give some kind of guidance on who might be the most valuable to rank up. So let's get started. Oh, and if you're watching this after Necropolis drops, I'll put the timestamps for each class down below in the comment section, so you can just jump to whatever class you got from the crystal. Anyways, let's begin. Starting with the Cosmic class, at number 3, I have Hyperion. If you're lucky enough to have a 7-star Hyperion, then you know he's an absolute beast, doesn't need to be awakened, and he has super easy to access buffs. You just basically heavy, you get the power gain, you're probably at a special 2 by the time you throw 2 or 3 heavies. If you get an armor break and stun, then you basically have won the fight, and you just rinse and repeat, and it's super easy. And he's also pretty decent on defense. With that power gain, if his AI is acting a little mean, it'll just sit there, power gain all the way to a special 3 and punish the opponent. So this is my third choice for Cosmics. Number 2, I have Gamora, who's quickly rising in popularity among most players. Super easy access to buffs. Basically just hit the opponent, use the heavy to refresh the buffs that you gain, and drop a nasty special 1, 2, or 3, whatever you prefer, and rinse and repeat. And honestly, that's really about all there is to the champion. She just smacks super hard. So this would be my second choice. Now, my first choice for a Cosmic 7-star rank 3, in my opinion, would be Maestro. I know he's not in the game yet, so we can't know for sure, but reading the abilities, it seems like he's going to be a pretty nasty defender. Plus, having a 7-star rank 3 Maestro is going to be absolutely crazy, just for the flex. Because you only get him if you 100% the Necropolis, so you'll have that just flexing on your account. So yeah, you won't get this guy till after you 100% it, so your first gem you probably aren't going to be using it on him, but by the end of it, this would be my choice. Moving on to the Mutant class. This is a pretty top heavy class. This one's probably going to be pretty obvious, but we're going to go ahead and discuss it anyways. Number 3, I have Sunspot, absolute beast, great for battlegrounds because he has the perfect block chance as long as they can incinerate, I should say. Could be incinerated. Perfect block chance, power gain through the roof, special 2 through the roof. Just super easy champion to play. Pretty squishy, has pretty low base health, but you're just using him for attack. He's going to get the job done. So yeah, this is my third choice. My second choice is Bishop. He's pretty close to number 1. I think number 1 and this guy are pretty interchangeable, but at number 2 I have Bishop. He is an absolute beast. If you get him awakened, he has some great questing utility, easy access to prowesses. On defense, he's a menace as well if he throws special 1s, and even the special 2 is pretty tricky. If you get clipped by it, you're going to be taking lots of incinerate damage. And passive stun, if they shrug off the stun, just an absolute beast of a champion. You're not going to go wrong if you choose this guy, but he's my second choice. At number 1, surprise, surprise, it's Domino with that critical failure. Probably one of the most annoying mechanics as a defender to play around. I think really there's only a few tech champions that can consistently get around it. Otherwise, you're just going to be taking tons of damage for just like swiping back sometimes and just hitting her like you just take damage. It's just annoying. And then with her lucky and unlucky, she's evading. It's pretty annoying on defense, but she is also obviously amazing on offense. You got the critical bleeds, the nasty special 2, the nasty special 3. I mean, the way her lucky and critical hits work together, you can get some pretty nasty damage combos. So this is my first choice in the Mutant class. Moving on to tech, this is a pretty difficult class for me to kind of go through. It's not the best class in the world right now in terms of 7-star champions available, but the ones that are available were pretty hard to pick through. But anyways, at number 3, I have Mysterio. He's actually a pretty solid attacker, a little underrated on attack, but obviously most of the time you're going to be using him on defense, and a rank 3 Mysterio on defense sounds like hell, to be honest with you. He's pretty annoying if you can't play around his abilities. He's going to have that reverberation period that you have to watch out for. Then he's going to have the special 2 where you can't hit him. And then it also power drains you. So yeah, he's just a very annoying champion to play around, but he's also really decent on offense. So that's kind of my third choice. My second place champion in tech class right now for the rank 3 is Iron Man. This dude's an absolute beast, hits like a truck. He also is tanky as hell, high block proficiency. He can block all mutant unblockable special attacks, just blocks them, which pauses his abilities even further. Super easy to play. Has an incinerate on the special 3, and he can also invalidate prowess effects so that it instantly damages the opponent. Does a nice burst damage. Then on the awaken ability, if you can get him awakened, you have on-demand healing, which is amazing in battlegrounds for the metas he's good in or useful in, because if you take some damage, just double tap, heal that back. And yeah, it's pretty nasty. I'm not sure how controversial this guy will be on the list. I think he's fantastic. Probably one of my best, versions of an old OG champ they've done. And yeah, I just think he's really good. So that's my my second choice. Now, first place goes to Shuri. A lot of people use her more than me, but for good reason. She obviously has the shock immunity, but for Necropolis especially, if you complete a Necropolis and pull the tech gem and you're going to be 100%ing Necropolis anytime soon, you're probably going to consider using Shuri even more. So you might use the gem on her for that reason alone to help speed things along. She has a really good buildup of shocks. You can place like, how many was it? I don't remember how many shocks and passive shocks you can build up, but basically you build up all those. I think it's like max 20 of each or 30. I don't remember. Go look up a video, but you basically then use, once those are all done, you throw the special 3 and deal direct damage for each one, which is pretty nutty. And then you just keep doing that. And yeah, once she's awakened, she can block unblockables, unblockable special attacks. Oh no, just unblockable attacks. Sorry. And yeah, I'm still a little unfamiliar with her. I just pulled her, I think like a week or so ago now. And I haven't used her too much. I think the consensus from the community is she would be the #1 pick. So yeah, there you go. Now I did want to throw Warlock in here. I felt like, he was kind of my third choice, like my third choice. So I just wanted to throw in a shout out to him. If you do have him as a 7-star, he is an absolute amazing option for that gem. He has several immunities, I think 4 in total: Cold Snap, Frostbite, Poison, and Bleed. Amazing special 2, his heal reverse, not reversal, but heal block, and his power reversal are passives. No one's immune to his virus infection. So yeah, there's that. I mean, and then his special 3 with healing is pretty nice to have as well. So just a good champion. I just thought I'd give him a shout out as well. This one's pretty tough. Depending on your goals in the game, there's basically a mystic champion for anything, defense, offense, whatever. So I'm going to try my best, but let's get started. So at number 3, we have Kusala. I don't think anyone's really going to have this champion yet, but if you do, I think she's definitely worthy already. She's going to be countering a lot of those annoying cosmic defenders that are just giving you trouble, like Hulkling. And yeah, she's just an absolute beast. Strictly an attacker though. She's not really going to be doing too much on defense, but I mean, and she just looks super cool. Yeah, she's basically just an incinerate melter. So there you go. At number 2, I have Juggernaut. If you're watching this video and you've completed Necropolis, you probably already know that Juggernaut is a beast. You don't need me to tell you that. You know what he does well. You build up the Unstoppables. You basically just cash it in with the special 2 and just deal crazy burst damage. And then, yeah, she has the Nullify on his heavy, or a stagger, I should say. A chance to nullify buffs on his normal attacks. And yeah, he's pretty tanky as well. And he's pretty solid on defense, I guess, just from his health pool alone. So this would be my second Mystic option. So moving on to the number 1 option in Mystic class, I have Dragon Man here, who's been an absolute beast for me. This guy does so much damage. If you can get him into the corner, they can't really gain past his special 2. So you don't have to worry about that. Inflicts Incinerate, has passive power gain, has basically immunity to damage after the special 3. And then on defense, he's also pretty solid. And he also has tons of unblockable and unstoppable effects. He doesn't need to be awakened. I mean, the awaken ability gives him some fun little boosts, but you definitely don't need it. And yeah, I kind of consider this guy a more tweaked up version of, you know, like a Mystic Hyperion. That's kind of what he does. And he's immune. His immunities are bleed, poison, and armor shatter. So yeah, absolutely fantastic champion. I love this guy. This would be my first choice. Now I am going to shout out this Mystic Defender just in case you're watching this video and you need a Mystic Defender. This would probably be your guy if you have a Sasquatch and you need to boost up that defense quite a bit. Here he is. Here's your guy. If you can get him awakened, that's even better. And yeah, he has probably, I think he has one of the highest health pools in the game, right? So yeah, I mean, he's just a beast. If you don't have a counter for him on offense and you match up with him, you're kind of screwed. So yeah, he's one of those champions you need to have a hard counter for. So there's the shout out for a defender there. All right, moving on to the skill class. All 3 of my choices here, unfortunately, are going to be defenders. So the third choice I have here, or number 3 spot, is Killmonger. Again, absolute beast defender. If you get him awakened, you have to deal with that reverberation. If he has debuffs, he's not necessarily immune to them, but he's going to be gaining like crazy amount of power, and then you have to deal with more special 2s, more special 1s, more invulnerabilities you have to get through before dealing damage. Super annoying defender. And yeah, he can do some damage, man. He's quite annoying on defense depending on what matchup you bring. So that's my 3rd spot. But my number 2 spot, I have Corg if he's awakened. So when he's awakened, he gets the rock hard thorns. That means he's doing physical damage when they hit him. He also has a percentage chance to purify debuffs and gain a rock shield for each charge, which is those things that causes the damage in the first place. I think I've had a bad matchup once where he built up all the way to like 46 rock charges. Like, it just keeps going up. So hopefully you never have to deal with that. But yeah, it's absolute beast defender. You dodge him, he goes unblockable and unstoppable. You have to light intercept him if you want a chance to survive. Yeah, one of the best defenders in the game. Not much else to say. Now at number 1, I have Akuma. Just a crazy defender. I don't have him as a 7-star yet, but he's probably one of my worst matchups personally. He has thorns damage built in. He purifies stun right away. He has a pretty annoying special 2 to dodge. Special 1 is not bad, but again, if you don't have the right matchup, you're just gonna take so much unavoidable damage. It's one of the reasons why Shuri's actually so high on a lot of people's lists, is because she's one of the few people who can kind of avoid that damage and work against this guy. But yeah, he's one of those champions, just like Sasquatch, that if you don't have a hard counter, you're gonna have a bad time. So I did put him at number 1 on the skill rank 3 list. Now last but not least, we have the science class, probably the most powerful class in the game. And this is such a tough list, honestly. I don't even know where to begin. I'm just gonna I might do top 5. I'm gonna do top 5 for science class because they're just that good. And please keep in mind, all of these champions are like right there with each other. They all bring something very good. So don't take this order too seriously. They're just all amazing. So number 5, I have Hulk. This dude's an absolute beast on attack, and can be quite annoying on defense if you don't know how to fight him. He has physical vulnerability. If you get clipped by his special 1, you're going to be stunned for the rest of the fight because he's just going to combo you and keep those stuns rolling. And his attack is quite amazing. He's one of those champions that got recently buffed, and they did him justice. He's an absolute beast. So yeah, that's Hulk at the 5 spot. At the 4 spot, I have Morbius, just because Well, one, he's a beast, but if you don't have him awakened, he kind of loses a little bit of use. So here he is at the 4th spot. If you can get him awakened, he is useful for any fight except for skill champions that purify, and that's how the game's intended. But basically, you know, he can glide through some of the hardest special attacks from mystics in the game. He has the petrify, he has the giant special too, and the region off the special too. This dude's an absolute beast. I love this champion. I love that they knew everyone who was paying for those tracks was going to get him, and they still did him justice. This champion is really awesome and deserves a 4th spot here on the rank 3 list. At number 3, we have Silk. Again, just an absolute beast of an attacker, passive stun, physical vulnerability. And she, by the way, my favorite part of her is the evade she has that's built in. As long as they don't have True Strike or aren't Venom, right? You can just let go of the control of the phone or tablet or whatever you're playing on, and she'll just dodge the attack fully, 100%. It's quite amazing. I love this champion. She's confirmed not to be tuned down, and she's an absolute beast. Such a good choice for your rank 3 if you get the science gem. And if you see her in Battlegrounds, you probably want, especially in this past meta, you're gonna want to ban her, because if your opponent pulls her, you've already lost a round, basically. If you don't have a better one, you've lost. At number 2, we have Titania, who's in a very similar position as Silk. Basically, if you see her, you probably want to ban her, depending on the meta, because once she gets built up to that special 3, first off, she's going to be avoiding damage half the time with her unstoppable and invulnerability. But once even that's done, she's probably at a special 3. She's going to use a special 3, heavy your defender in the corner, and it's going to be done. It's going to be over. So this champion's an absolute beast. I've always loved this champion since she came out. And I'm glad that she has proven through time to be one of the best science champions in the game. Her awakened ability is also really good if you can get her awakened. Whenever Titania inflicts a stackable personal debuff, she has a 10 to 30% chance to inflict it twice. This is one of the champions I really want to awaken the most. And then the fighting large and XL opponents, that's pretty good as well, especially since there's a lot of those in the Mystic Defender class. So anyways, you probably already know this, but this champion's awesome. Now, number 1 is a champion I don't have as a 7-star, but I have as a 6-star, and that is Photon. She kind of came in and just ruined everybody's day. She is an annoying defender who turns off two your masteries. She just turns them off. That's dexterity and willpower. So you're not healing from her debuffs, and you also can't dex her if she's in her pure light form. And then on attack, she's just also a beast because she puts on all those debuffs on the opponent, turns off their willpower, and then you can get to her pure light form pretty quickly, and just dish out tons of damage. Kind of one of those defenders that's kind of changed up the meta, shaking it up a little bit, and yeah, she's definitely, I think, worth the number 1 spot. If you have her as a 7-star, congratulations. This is probably who you're going to want to use your gem on, because she's one of those 2-way champions that I think you can't really ignore. But that's up to you. All the science champions are really just freaking good. Yeah, guys, so what did you think of the list? Let me know if you used any of my suggestions, or if you have someone else that you think deserved to be at the top of these lists. Again, top 3 of each class, just so I didn't make the video super long and just kind of cut to the chase. Like I said, science got 6. By the way, Overseer is another one that could have made it on that list. Again, science class, at least during the 7-star era, is crazy good. But anyways, yeah, just let me know if you use the list, if it helped you make your choice, and who you eventually did use that gem on. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Good luck in the Necropolis, and I will see you in the next one. Y'all take care.